When you're potting up your favorite houseplants, it's important to keep in mind the kind of soil mix you're going to be putting in the container with the houseplant of choice. First of all, it should try to match the mix that you already have the houseplant growing in. But second to that is the fact that because we're growing in containers that aren't in the ground, if you will, they have what's called a perched water table. The drainage does not flow easily out of the container. That's why on plastic containers there's multiple amount of holes to help the pot drain, besides the fact that the side of the walls of the pot won't allow moisture out. And then on the clay pots there's certainly at least a drainage hole. Then you have additional moisture leaving the side of the pot, and that allows for better drainage. But in either case, you could not just go out and dig up garden soil and put in this container. The drainage, the soil's too heavy, the drainage does not come out the bottom, and the plants would typically be very waterlogged. So our choices for indoor plants can be a commercially available soil mix, such as what you see here. You could amend something of your own choice using perlite or vermiculite or sand as needed to make those ratios appropriate for the plants. For example, cactus, you add a lot of sand typically, but in the end you still want very good drainage. So our choices are perhaps using an all-purpose planting mix, which you could amend, as I mentioned, by adding the sand or the perlite or the vermiculite in to modify that soil accordingly. Or you can just go ahead and buy a potting soil mix that's already available that you know has the best drainage it can possibly have for your house plants. This should be pre-moistened before you plant your house plant into it, so it readily absorbs moisture after you've potted things up and you've watered that first time.